And Mind Crypto here. I hope we're all having a wonderful day. Please remember, I'm not a financial advisor and none of this is financial advice, and none of the information provided in this video should ever be seen as a signal to buy or to sell. But first and foremost, as we normally do, we look at these crypto bubbles. It's a real mixed bag today. We are currently ranked at 83 and Quant is now sitting at $66. Volume still very, very low at $10 million. People keep asking me, why does the price not go up? Well, there's lots still to be in play at the moment. We've got to look for regulations and much, much more. I believe personally, with some big news, we will see the move on Quant. I can't understand why it's at such a cheap price, but that's just my personal opinion. And as we can see, we are up 0.5% in the hour, down 0.66% in the day, down 3.2% in the week, and we are now 5.4% down in the month. So yeah, it's quite frustrating, but I'm here for the long term. I'm not here for short-term games. Seems that the meme coins are absolutely running. You know, you've got to do what you've got to do, horses for courses and all that. I'm not here for short-term fixes. Because we never know what's going to happen with regulations literally round the corner. What will we see as these regulations come out? We're going to see money pile into the regulated coins of the future. Now, if we look at Quant here on the spot exchange reserves, slight increase to 212.1. But my personal opinion is if we start to see these speculated wallets that I track, we'll see that drop below that 200,000. And we move over here. Now, I saw this yesterday and I said, and so it begins. Hopefully it begins. We see a transaction today as well. So we see a text from CB to private wallet of 4,609 Quant, which is $314,000. This wallet has accumulated 9,054 Quant over the last 3 weeks. Again, holds no ETH, only holds Quant, and no outflows from this wallet as we speak right now. Now, I see this lovely tweet from Tokenizer. He says some big bids for Quant on Coinbase between $66 and $63.50. There's 2,300 plus Quant in orders on just Coinbase alone. Could these be the wallets I track? Possibly. This order book heatmax chart shows orders being set for Quant with a brighter block equaling a more liquidity at a certain price. We can now see large orders set up below current price at $66. What's especially eye-opening are the orders set right at $63.50. As we can see, the level is bright green, and we can see that level quite bright green there. Now, there's a total of $46,000, 1,008 Quant orders set there. That's just been sitting and waiting to be filled. Seems like there's definitely some large demand on Quant beginning to brew. And I'd have to agree, because over the last few months, I've seen orders come in and I post them on X, as you know. Now, I also see this wonderful news from Jarno. Nice. Keep in mind that Quant and Overledger platform is BIS, the Bank of International Settlements. When it comes to everything infrastructure, things are so very, very quantfy. And we see this ECB shares vision of tokenization to support EU digital capital markets. Now, we can also see this from Ledger Insights. Breaking news, ECB embraces tokenization. Director outlines his vision of an EU Digital Capital Markets Union, underpinned by a DLT-based European ledger. Now, if we go back to report here, in an important speech today, the European Central Bank Director Piero Cipollone proposed the creation of the European ledger, the EU's version of the unified ledger. And we know where that's from, the BIS, to support tokenization in the capital markets. He noted challenges in creating conventional capital markets union, including the need for greater legal harmonization. That is very, very important, because obviously we need that legal harmonization across the world. The director highlighted some risks in moving towards digital assets and distributed ledger technology, DLT, but rather than viewing tokenization as a threat, he said the EU should embrace the clean sheet opportunity to create a digital capital markets union. He was speaking at the Bundesbank Symposium. We can also see here a European ledger. A European ledger could bring together token versions of central bank money, commercial bank money, and other digital assets shared on a programmable platform. We also see down here with 60 private sector organizations taking part, it can see the level of interest and engagement. Very, very exciting. Now, if we go over here, we can see this from Construction Trader ETH. Now, he's replying to the Ledger Insights report here, and we can see here European Central Bank, and we see our man, Mr. Gilbert Verdian talking there. Now, this is very, very important. Now, as we know, Gilbert is very forward thinking. He's always looked way ahead and planned appropriately. And we can see this from his blog here. Now, this is very important. And this is on the 16th of August, 2017. Right now, if we go here and we have a little read here, with a better understanding of how blockchain standards are being developed, we wanted to learn a bit more about the motivations directing this movement. 20 years of experience in cybersecurity had taught Gilbert a lot about the dangers of technology lock-in, and he could already see telltale signs of this developing in blockchain. Gilbert added that by having standards, it gives us that option to move between technologies, and during implementations, clients can align to standards, which makes it easier to implement. And if we read down here, returning to his experience in the public sector, we discussed the various regulatory responses to blockchain in the UK and FCA, and the Bank of England appear to have really engaged with the subject of blockchain. Gilbert informed us the Bank of England has included the capability to interface to blockchain elements in the real-time gross settlement, the RTGS blueprint. Importantly, these blockchain elements would eventually be based on ISO standards. Now, we know Gilbert is the founder of the standard ISO TC307. These blockchain elements would eventually be based on ISO standards when the standard is complete. It also says here, though the UK and certainly Australia have, in their own way, been pioneering in their engagement with DLT, Gilbert believes that the EU Commission and the European Central Bank, who have a reputation for being early movers on issues of technology, were quite far ahead in their engagement, discussing our thoughts for the future of blockchain. It became clear that welcomed experimentation must be followed by a settlement of standards before we could possibly expect wider adoption of blockchain. That being said, it would not be long until the industry could expect these standards to develop, with much progress already having been made. Now, this is in 2017, and we're starting to see these roll out 7 to 8 years later. This is how long it takes. Now, if we have to wait another year, another 2 years before we see the height of DLT adoption, I'm here to wait. And this is why I talk about long term. You know, most investments aren't just short term 6 months, like most people in crypto seem to think. For me, I'm here as an investor, a true investor that will hold until I see the maturity. Now, I believe with Gilbert's foresight, and even this from 2017 is so telling. And the man has got most things right so far. And he's already said the year of institutional adoption was 2024. Let's see if he's right. There you go, guys. Just a quick update. Remember, please subscribe. Please hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any further videos. All the best, and I'll catch you later.